he kept saying this phrase in Japanese to the guy, and then he would point at me. The guy would look at me and start laughing.
Wait, what was it? What was he saying?
He was like, I don't remember the exact phrase, but
what was the translation?
The translation was, by the way, I want you to know my friend here likes ladyboys. And welcome back from the kind of a hiatus.
Yeah.
To the Gain EXP podcast, the podcast where we talk about. Do you remember?
Anime, gaming, superheroes, or whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
Ah, there we go.
That.
Let's go.
Oh, I forgot to include fitness too.
Fitness, health,
that too.
You know, like the whole thing that our business is.
Half of the entire podcast, yeah.
Half of the entire business that we built.
Yeah, we were just having. Sorry, it's been so long. We've been having a couple filler episode moments in our lives, just doing random side quests like going to Japan and other random things. But
just building a business, updating a website, getting an affiliate program started. You know, life shit.
Dude, yeah, things are like I feel like it got kind of quiet on social media in terms of like we weren't pumping out as much content, but things got loud on the business side of things. I felt.
You know what's so funny?
Like internally.
Actually, just like some people came up to me and was like, and noticed that though.
What's up?
That like we weren't posting as much, which is kind of a weird thing. Is that they're like, oh, like you guys were like putting out a lot of shit, and then like obviously the friends that I went with to Japan didn't really say anything because obviously they know why I'm in Japan. But like some people were like, oh yeah, you know, I don't see you putting as much stuff, and I was like, yeah. But it's actually kind of interesting that it's like it's noticed. So before we start on the rest of the podcast, as you may know, Riley, you want to talk about it?
I'm sick. Oh yeah. Okay. I was just making sure we were on the same page. Yeah, I'm slightly sick. So if I start coughing or like you hear like just shit you don't want to hear because of a sick person talking to a mic, just know that I have a bad cough right now. But that was no excuse for us to not do this today because we haven't pumped out a podcast a little bit because we both, like I said, we both been doing our own little side quest things. But that makes this type of content more dope because we get to talk about like cool ass shit that we get to do in life. So it's a good thing for sure.
But yeah, man, just first of all, by the time you're watching this, he's probably better. If he's not, then he's probably in the hospital.
Hopefully, yeah.
It's one of the other.
I'm COVID negative, so I'm safe there. But yeah, I'm coughing up mucus and shit. Sorry, descriptive, but I mean, it's pretty bad.
I don't think that's that descriptive because it's like, what do you think is like TMI when sick? What's like TMI?
For me, it's when people start talking about like. Well, if I say it, then it's TMI. Well, okay, whatever.
Well, you don't have to relate it to yourself.
Whatever. Yeah, no, like, I'm just saying like it would be TMI for the people listening, but whatever. It's like when people are saying like I have like mad diarrhea and I throw up, like things that come out of you that I guess mucus would count like that. Yeah, that's why I think it's TMI. Like stuff that comes out of you, like that shit's like it's gross to me. But,
okay.
Well, what about you?
I don't know. I'm just like, I don't think. Okay, I think TMI is like when. Not necessarily when you say like, oh, I have like diarrhea, because to me it's like a symptom. Like you hear it's like, oh shit, like do you need like let me go get you something or something like that. Like it's like a symptom of explaining like what you have. Because it's like it's helpful. Like if I'm asking you like what do you have and you're like, oh, I have diarrhea, like okay, let me grab you some like something to help calm your stomach. Yeah. But if it's like, oh, I have explosive diarrhea. It's exploding out my asshole and destroying my toilet.
Dude, that's funny though.
That's well, okay. I'm making it funny, but like like it's like like the brown is sliding down like a river down my ass. Like that's
okay. See, that is TMI.
That's TMI.
That's TMI. That's gross. So yeah, there you go. That would be TMI. That
would be TMI.
But yeah. Anyways, I'm sick, so sorry if you hear me coughing. That was the whole point of that.
But just as a little updates on our lives, my part, I just came back from Japan. I spent 2.5 weeks in Japan. I am still so jet lagged right now.
Yeah, dude, I could tell. Dude, you like sleep. You start sleeping at like 4 p.m. and stuff. Dude,
I was trying. I've been really trying to get over it, but maybe it's because I haven't traveled internationally in a while. But this is the worst jet lag I've had in probably my life.
Really?
Like really bad.
Yeah, because you go to Hong Kong all the time though, and it's like within the vicinity. It's like only a couple hours difference in time zone, right?
It's an hour only.
Yeah. So maybe it was just like because you guys were kind of going like out like a lot at night and stuff. So maybe it was something like that. Because when you go to Hong Kong, you're with family a lot and you guys do stuff. I would imagine like maybe at night, but you guys don't stay up till like 1 a.m. or anything.
I mean, it depends. I do go out. I mean, when I got older, I would go out in Hong Kong, meet with people, and just hang out. Go to if you know, LKF, which is the bar and nightlife district in Hong Kong.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Lin Kwai Fong.
Lin Kwai Fong.
Lin Kwai Fong.
Nice.
We call it LKF just to make it easy.
Okay.
Dude, that place is insane. When you go to Hong Kong, it's fucking insane. Anyways, I was in Japan for a little bit. I was in Tokyo. Spent some time in Osaka. Spent a day or so in Kyoto. I wish I spent more time in Kyoto. Kyoto was really chill. It was really cool. It's like there was all the temples, and it was like kind of like a. It was kind of like a more of a silent city. There was like, it was more quaint. There was less, like there. Obviously, it's touristy because of all the like shrines and stuff. But there was like a lot of history in there, which is some stuff I enjoy. I splurged a bit, and I got for my girlfriend's, I think it was her birthday present. I got her and me a luxury ryokan, which is like a traditional Japanese inn, but like the highest like tier luxury suite. Expensive as fuck, by the way.
Oh damn! How much was it?
It was upwards
in USD.
One night was about $500.
Oh, that is pretty pricey, huh?
It's not. I mean, okay, so it's not that bad in terms of if you compare it to American prices.
Yeah.
So, because that's basically one night at like a 4-star hotel in like Vegas, and it's not even a nice 4-star hotel.
Yeah.
But in Japan, that's like a really upscale like room. And
so what made it like? I guess what made it upscale was it just like they had service all the time and brought you food, or like what made it nice?
It was a fucking. They gave us a townhouse. First of all, it was a townhouse.
Really? Oh, I thought it was like an apartment.
No,
or like a one of those hotel styles.
No.
A bunch of them stacked.
Like it was. I was expecting it to be like a stacking thing or something like that, but like no, it was a. They just straight up gave us a townhouse. There was an upstairs and downstairs. We had We had complimentary drinks. There was tatami mats in the middle with a heated table. The table was heated.
Oh, nice. Are those the ones where you like are down on your knees and you like eat at the low low tables? Like those, but like traditional like Japanese style?
Yeah. But the only thing is that they actually cut out the floor in the middle so you can sit on the floor and have your legs out, and so it's not on your knees.
That's cool.
And then they had a garden, a Zen garden outside for us, and it was apparently like I had never heard of this. They had black bamboo that's grown in there, and he was telling us that the black bamboo it was flowering, it was floral, it was blooming, and it was like you're lucky because it only blooms every 127 years. And I was like,
damn, what the fuck? No way. Yeah. Dude, that is so lucky. Holy shit.
Yeah, I was like,
by the way, continue with what you were going to say. Sorry.
Yeah. So I think, but what specifically makes a ryokan in terms of my opinion, in terms of when you get a high luxury thing, is that if you get a hot spring hot tub, private hot tub, a Japanese hot spring inside of your hotel, which we did, and because I paid butt fuck money for, is we got a hand stone, like a stone made bathtub that you
like a granite bathtub or something like that.
It's like a specific type of mineral that is from the mountain regions of Japan where they have hot springs, and they had masons bring it over, cut it down and mold it into a bathtub. And it's like one of those things where you soak water in there, and you by the way, the water also is automatic. I don't have to turn it. It heats on its own. It turns on its own. I press a button and it basically does everything for you. And it does this thing. You have to let the water soak in the tub for an hour before you can get into it, because if you don't, it's just a normal hot tub. But soaking it in the stone, because the stone's from the same region of where the hot springs are, the stone will naturally release minerals. So it will become a hot spring.
Oh my God. That actually sounds like therapeutic as fuck.
It's amazing. And they have this little button where you press, and it it automatically releases all the water for you and heats it up over while you're doing it, and then like and I'm just like upstairs chilling with my girlfriend. We're just relaxing. I'm playing a game. She's reading a book, and then out of nowhere, in an hour, you'll hear in Japanese, "Your bathtub is ready," like ringing throughout the hotel,
way. Like a doorbell, ding,
ding. Yeah, no, like doo 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 ding.
Watashi wa bathtub ready.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Dude, he says it exactly. Riley says it too.
Dude, have you? This is like when you were talking about the tables. I don't know if you know this, but in Japan sometimes. And I've never seen this. Well, I saw it when I was younger, but I heard this from somebody that they have those tables, like the low ones that you like get on your knees. They have them regularly in some places where they like come up, they raise, and you can like go underneath them, and you can actually sleep underneath them like a bed.
Yeah, ours was like that.
Oh my god, it was. Yeah, did you actually like go underneath it and sleep?
I mean, it was summer,
there?
so we didn't really.
Oh, but like you could like just scrunch up in there. And,
they
go to bed.
Well, they didn't. Ours didn't rise up because they did the extra mile and cut it into the ground. So it's
that's cool.
Literally, you don't have to cut into it. It's already in the ground.
Yeah. Okay. I was just like asking because I heard that was a thing where you like people would literally like not have beds sometimes. Like they would use that as like a little bed. So when you go to bed at night, you just sleep underneath the table that you eat like food on.
Yeah.
Everything. It's like a thing. I guess.
Yeah. Everything is like so minimalistic, Japanese architecture wise, and. So, I mean, just like this place was probably one of the coolest things I splurged money on. But in general, like Kyoto was really cool. We got to see the Golden Palace, the temple, the bamboo forest. In Tokyo, I went to Asakusa. And obviously, I'm half founder of Gain EXP Fitness. I had to go to Akihabara.
Time to write off everything you bought in Akihabara on our business taxes.
The holy land of weebs. Yeah. Honestly, like they're like okay. I make a joke.
You could literally write the whole trip off if you wanted to.
I really could.
You could. I mean, you could already write these off because they're on like the hats we're wearing. For those listening, you can't see. Like we're wearing hats that he bought in Tokyo, but you could write those off right now because it's in a video. So
and also everything I make. I by the time this comes out, I should have it out. I have a haul video out for everything I purchased. All of that. If you want to find out how much money I spent buying souvenirs for myself, not even for anyone else, including this motherfucker, you can watch that video and it makes me cry slightly with my wallet, but it's okay.
All right, can we play high or low? I'll just take one stab at it.
All right.
And you can't say if I'm like you could tell me if I'm wrong.
I mean, say, there's no way you get the exact number. So
yeah, okay. I'm gonna give you a random number then, high or low. I'm gonna say $590.
High.
It's higher than that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. So if you want to go see a video where Jordan spent more than $590, I'd say I don't want to like kill the curiosity or whatever, but I want to know.
No,
I want to know.
It's up there. It's up there. Okay. I definitely. But yeah, I mean, Akihabara is everything. Is everything you imagine it to be. It's so cool. It's so like I think one thing that is really nice about Japan, as a nerd and a weeb, and I think that's really cool is that obviously one thing that I have to make it clear is that Japan's not just about anime and gaming and stuff like. There's so much more. Okay, there's so much more.
What else would they have there, dude? It's literally all just anime and
it's
gaming.
Just everything is. You just walk into your real life anime when you fly to Japan. Your eyes get bigger and
you like turns into a cartoon.
Yeah, like it just turns into a cartoon. you get an artist like drawing you randomly.
It like sketches you as you're leaving the train.
All right, but like in all seriousness, like it is a part of the culture and it's a very successful part of the culture, and they've learned to really embrace it, which is really cool. Obviously that's not the only thing. Japanese culture and stuff is like a lot of traditional shrines and Shintoism, and just the food is goddamn amazing. And I don't know what it is, there's something about the culture that just the quality of material and quality and craftsmanship is insane, and they have a lot of pride in that, which I think helps. Is that almost everything, not to say everything's better, but everything that is they put made in Japan, they have pride in that, and it's like good. I mean, obviously I cook, so I had to buy some knives, and it's forged. One of them was hand forged by a dude in Japan. Like he fucking like blacksmith that shit. Like it's like medieval ages. And then there's generational stuff. Like I went to a sake brewery and the guy is like a 6th generation sake brewer. And then the sake brewery's been around since like the 1800s, which is fucking insane. That's like, it's been around the same time we had the Civil War.
Oh, wow. No way.
If you think about it that way. If you think about it that way, I've been to restaurants and places that might be probably are older than America. And that's just like something that I think about traveling that's just mind-blowing. But
so coming back from Japan, are you inspired to make anything that might be Japanese dish related, or are you just pretty much like focused on food when you were there? But is there like any ideas that maybe like came out of like that trip, or something you want to make? Maybe not for a video, but just for yourself, perhaps.
Oh, definitely. I think there's a lot. I think that I got a lot of ideas just watching people cook. I think one thing I get more ideas from watching. There's a saying that one of my chefs told me is that the best natural cooks in the world, organically, like who develop organic ideas, are poor people. Or just street food people.
Is it because they have like limited resources, so they kind of just like make whatever they are able to?
Yeah, limited resources. You only have what you have. You have to work with not as fine cuts of beef and meat that you have to like figure out how to make it good. And because of that, I think I find whenever I go anywhere, I find a lot of inspiration from street vendors and from just your local hole-in-the-wall restaurants and just like your diners and stuff like that, because they come up with not necessarily the most creative, but they become the cornerstone of food in a culture, right?
Oh, okay.
Like for example, when you think of American food,
that's actually so interesting perspective. Like I never thought about that. So you think like, do you think there's a correlation? I was gonna let you finish what you were saying, but I was gonna ask like, do you feel like there's a correlation between like you go to a city, you look at the hole in the wall shops, and then you kind of look at the grander scheme of the food that's popular in that area, and it kind of like follows that trend of like those smaller shops? Or how do you think that works?
I think so. I think to a certain extent, like I don't think there's a single country in the world. I might be wrong. I don't think there's a single country in the world where their national dish is an expensive dish. If you think about it. If you think about it, really think about it, because the national dish is supposed to represent what people eat.
Actually, yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
What's the national dish of America? It's a fucking cheeseburger. You get a cheeseburger anywhere.
Right. It's like you cut from beef too, which is like it's like one of the cheaper cut. Well, I mean, it could vary, I guess. Beef has like a higher ceiling and stuff.
But like ground beef is cheaper.
Like ground beef is hella cheap. Yeah.
Ground beef is cheaper. It's a simple cut. Fuck, our favorite cheeseburger spot in here in San Diego
is so cheap.
It's $7.
Yeah, it's really cheap.
It's
for California, that's cheap.
Yeah, for California, that's cheap. That's way by the way, that's like cheaper than In-N-Out, and debatably is cheaper than McDonald's.
Yeah,
and it's still like amazing.
It's probably McDonald's prices while getting like like a better, like a not corporatized like taste.
Yeah. So. I think one of the cool things whenever I travel, and especially in Japan, was like going to these local. Obviously, I went and tried like the really nice stuff, because when else am I gonna get the fucking opportunity to try omakase sushi and wagyu beef, which was this is a hot food take. American beef, I think, is better than wagyu beef.
Really? Okay.
Just if I'm gonna eat a steak, I think I would rather eat an American Black Angus beef steak.
Oh, really?
Like a grass-fed. Because
so you think Americans do steak better than Japanese? What do you think?
I think it's just a different way of serving it, and I understand why. So in terms of a single bite, if I had a single bite of beef, I would take wagyu. Just a single explosion of flavor. But you should try wagyu once whenever you get a chance to go to Japan. I know you're not really you kind of do have to eat it.
I mean, like I'm pretty sure I've had wagyu, just not from like I have never been to Japan, but I've had it here. Like, it tastes good. It's nice.
It's different. It tastes completely different. It's like there's the way they serve it in truly in the best way. Like I'm one of the people who are like, yeah, eat steak whatever the temperature is. No, wagyu, you do have to eat it like mid rare at the highest, and it's because it's just so fucking fatty. It is like meat butter. It is literally butter. I'm pretty sure you can melt it. Like it's so buttery.
Yeah, they have here like 15 minutes away. They have a Wagyu burger place actually, but it's different than the steak, but it's a type of meat.
Yeah, I think it's a because there's a lot of like not necessarily say fake Wagyu, but Wagyu is a breed of it's not a breed of cow. It means Japanese beef.
Yeah.
So it's a breed that they crossbreed with American beef, and they can technically call it Wagyu for a cheaper cut. But like when you try the real thing, there's just something like it's like it like mind like blowingly good.
Yeah.
But then you realize, oh, I can't eat that much of this.
I see.
Like you can literally only eat like like 5 bites, and I can understand why now. Like I literally couldn't. I had a skewer of Wagyu beef. It was like a $30 skewer, and I was like, I can't eat anymore. It's just I just physically can't eat anymore. It's just so rich. If I'm having a steak and I'm having a beef dish, I'll take American beef.
So, moving on from like the food of Japan, what would be like and you mentioned the city that you would want to visit the most. Like what was like to you, if there was like a moment that kind of summed up like your trip, did you have any like cool experiences that you wanted to share? Like a moment where you were like, oh, I'm like in Japan, like a realization of like, I'm here and like I'm doing this, or like any cool memories that you like were able to cultivate like with Chip and all those guys?
I think after the break, I'll get into the story of me getting hammered. But one really cool moment was me and Chip were Chip has we had a very I'll put it this way, we had a very anime moment.
Okay. What does that mean?
You know how in every anime there's like a riverbank where they sit on?
Oh, yeah. There's like the hill, it goes down, and then there's like a river.
Yeah. So at like, at like 12 a.m.
So midnight?
Yeah, at like 12 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Chip and I, it was in Osaka. We walked, we got a soju bottle. This was probably not in the anime, but we got a soju.
Yeah, they usually don't get drunk on the streets in anime.
Yeah. So we got a soju bottle, walked 30 minutes or so, and then across, it was really cool. It was just me and him, and we walked across the Osaka Bridge. And at like night, so it's quiet. It's completely quiet. Everything's dark, and you can see every light in the city across the river.
Oh, that's cool.
And we were just walking, and then we just sat at the riverbank, chilled, like shared a soju bottle, and just talked for like 3 hours. At like from 12 a.m. to like 3:30. We're literally just...
Yeah, that's nice, actually.
Yeah, we're just chilling at the riverbank talking about life and everything and how things are going on.
And then a Gundam fell from the sky.
Yeah,
and shot lasers all over the place.
I got hit by a...
and that's how you knew you were in an anime.
I got hit by a truck. I got hit by Truck-kun, and I ended up in an isekai. I ended up in a...
You woke up...
in another world.
Woke up as a refrigerator or something.
In another world. But no, yeah, like that was like kind of your emotional bro moment in an anime, was just like that kind of like walk in the middle of the night, just chilling. And like I think that was probably, I mean, it was kind of a, like, it's out of everything I did, it was not a much more low-key thing. But I think it was very memorable because it was a very just like in awe type of deal where you're like, because the Osaka River is not like the ones in the anime where it's like a small town river. It's like pretty large.
Yeah.
And so where we're sitting, you could see the skyline and whole of Osaka at night with all the lights. And that was such a cool like little thing of just like walking and chilling after we went out to eat and came back. Also just like, I think like I said, it was a very anime like drama moment. You can kind of see it in your head, honestly.
For sure.
Like there's like an anime version of me and Chip just like chilling like that. Like I think that was probably one of the most I think that was one of the nicer moments, just as like because I honestly me and Riley don't get to hang out with Chip that much because he works a nocturnal night shift. So it was really cool to actually get a chance to really just hang out with him.
Yeah, and that dude was probably awake too.
He was awake. He was awake for the first time ever. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we got to take a break, and then I'll go into a drunk story, and we'll go from there.
Cool.
And we're back from our little
tiny break.
Tiny break.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny break where we reset the camera.
Yeah.
Reset the camera
I
break.
kind of like having the little breaks. Like it kind of like helps me a little bit. So
it is nice. Anyways, yeah, no, just in general, Japan was really cool.
So tell me about the drunk story because you actually haven't told me yet more about it. So.
Oh yeah, so I got drunk. I mean, I got like like tipsy a few times. I also got my first time I ever played darts was in Japan. Don't know why.
Ever in your life?
Ever in my life.
I feel like darts is like a low entry, like low cost
type
of like game though. Like anybody could play it, like anywhere.
I think it's because it's so low entry and just like it's everywhere that like you're just like, oh yeah, that's darts, and I just ended up not playing it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it was fun. I actually got my girlfriend really into darts, and she was like really having a good time with it.
That's cool.
So apparently, the next time we all hang out, we're going to darts.
Yeah, no, I'm down. There's probably like shit tons of bars that just have like darts, and then like pool tables and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
in terms of
pool. So
yeah, it was basically that, just like pool halls, darts, and then like karaoke is a big thing in Asia. Mm-hmm. So there was like a place that did combos where you can get like karaoke and darts combination for like blank amount of money, and also
I'm at a payphone. You're like you're just shooting darts across the room while you're singing.
Love story and Taylor.
So give us some context on this, like, because I saw on Chip's Instagram, he literally posted a picture of or a video of you singing. And he put hashtag drunk or some shit like that.
Dude.
And I was like, dude, Chip, no one would post this if they were sober. Like, you both were like wasted.
We were hammered. So
like, that's some shit you wake up to the next day and you're like, I need to delete this. But Chip's a savage and left it up. So
yeah. So I was, I got like multiple like texts about that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, they're like, dude, you good, man? So
was one your mom?
No.
Did she see that? Oh, okay.
So what ended up happening was that we went in Tokyo. If you're ever in Tokyo and you want to go enjoy the nightlife, I recommend this. It's still like kind of touristy. Mm-hmm. So you do see tourists, but in like a good way too. It can be kind of obnoxiously touristy, but like we went later at night, kind of trying to avoid more of the touristy spots. So we went around like 11 p.m.
Okay.
And it's called Golden Guy. Okay. And it's a series of like 3 streets, like not full streets, like walking alleys, 3 alleys. That is, I'm pretty sure was the inspiration for the original.
What's that?
Fuck, what was it? The original. What's that fucking movie? It's basically inspiration for a famous movie with like a bunch of neon lights in the future. I forgot what was it called. Something Runner. Oh. Yeah, it was with like Henry Ford from like a while ago, like a long ass time ago when he was like actually.
I thought we were talking about that one with Brad Pitt and the train. Bullet Train.
That Bullet Train's also was inspired there too. But
yeah, I think everyone knows what you're talking about. Like, you can put it in the short if you clip it, but it's like those alleyways and they're pretty compact and like there's wires like going up and neon lights and I think people know like those little streets. So
that it's so cool. First of all, just walking up and down there, and every single little bar in Izakaya is like 5 seats, like 5 to 6 seats. You kind of
super like intimate.
You're super intimate. There's like 1 or 2 guys just making drinks or food, and you're just kind of like with like shoulder to shoulder. I was literally at a bar where I was like half my chair was outside the door. Like,
that's cool. Yeah, I always see those in like Naruto and stuff. Like they inspire those like ramen shops after them, where it's like you get your own little cubby and you just like eat food in your little cubby with like 4 other people.
Like, So it's really sick. Well, we went out to Golden Guy. Me and Chip. I don't know why we did this, but we were like, we were waiting for our friend Michaela to go out, and I'm impressed with her because she was like, yeah, let's go out drinking after she just spent the day at Disneyland. Yeah, and I was like, are you gotta
go
sure?
all in,
yeah. So me and Chip were like, fuck it, we're gonna go to the Golden Guy, and beforehand we found a spot that we're like, because we've been walking for like weeks, like nonstop. And we were like, oh man, I could use like a foot massage. Chip somehow found a place that does foot massages till 4 a.m.
No way.
So he booked a spot.
What?
He booked the time for us to be like there at 3 a.m. to get a foot massage.
Oh my god.
And so we're like, all right, we got 4 hours to get hammered and go
How do
get
you
a foot
even
massage.
find that? Do you just pop up Yelp and then you just go like
Foot
foot massages near me, open now?
yeah. So you made a reservation for 3 a.m. to get a foot massage.
Oh hell yeah!
And
were you guys like the only ones in there?
No. So here's like before that, we went. Again, I don't know how we ended up like this, but me and Chip were watching the original Digimon movie dubbed.
Oh hell yeah!
I don't know how we ended up there.
Nice.
Drinking our first drink, like pre-gaming a little bit.
Nice.
We don't really need a pre-game.
Pre-gaming for the foot massage.
Yeah, we're not. We don't even. You don't even need a pre-game in Japan. Everything's so cheap. Drinks are like $4, $4 or $5.
Oh nice. Let's
like
go.
I like not even like shots and shit are like $4 to $5. Like it's cheap as fuck. And so me, Michaela, Chip went out to Golden Guy. We went to the first bar. Wasn't really a bar. We just needed food on our belly. So it's something called the izakaya. There's like they serve like bar food, and we got a couple drinks. I completely forgot to bring cash, which you should bring cash with you if you go out like this. I only had my card on me, so they covered. But we got food and we got a couple drinks in there, and the guys there were so uninviting.
Oh my god! Like you walked in and they just wanted you to get out, or what?
No, we just came in there like, what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? By the way, each of you have to buy alcohol. But that's a thing. That's a thing in Japan. Like you have to buy alcohol. If you go into certain places, you have to buy alcohol.
Okay.
It's just a thing. You literally cannot
Interesting.
eat there
All
unless you buy alcohol.
That's cool.
And so we there. I was like, all right, we'll buy something. So we got highballs are just big in Japan, which is just basically like liquor, usually whiskey, and it's just filled to the brim with soda water.
Yeah.
Sometimes not even sweetened, just straight.
I love highball. Yeah. It tastes good. Tastes really good.
You like it with gin though, right?
I don't think I've had it with gin. I think I've had it that's just the traditional way you're talking about with sake or something like that.
Yeah, like just anything, they'll just pour it in there, or shochu or something like that. So
or soju, yeah.
Sorry. So we got yakisoba. That bar wasn't that interesting. Just the old men there just kind of stared at us. We were like, we just want food.
What do you want, motherfucker?
Guys,
in like Japanese.
They just looked at us. They just kept looking at us. It was like, are you gonna get more alcohol, or are you gonna leave? I was like, all right, dude.
Wait. Well, continue your story. I was gonna ask. Is for anybody that wants to travel there. Like, you mentioned like having cash on you. But like, what are some other things that like people should be aware of, I guess, that you may not have known, but now you do know.
Definitely. Just in general, any other country than America, always carry cash.
Yeah.
Most places will take cash more than anything. Have a coin pouch with you, coin purse or whatever, because a lot of most of the yen is coins until you get to like the $10 range roughly. I'll say make sure to get I would recommend getting like researching ahead of time, getting a JR rail pass, especially for Japan.
For the train system?
For the train systems, it's super convenient. And yeah, that's the main things. Just also be careful. Like just, I mean, Japan's very safe, but always be careful. Make sure you have your passport with you, and just don't lose your passport. A lot of times you can get discounts on a lot of shit and tax-free just having your passport on you. I think everything I bought for a souvenir for the haul, I still got like 20% off everything.
By the way, sorry, I keep interrupting your stories, but we haven't really sat down and really talked about it. I keep thinking of questions I want to ask you about your trip.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
So finish what you were saying, and then I'll hold on to this question for later, but keep going.
But, so the first bar was nothing too interesting. It was just old men staring at us, and while we were just eating, it was me, Chip, and Michaela like, I think we're just gonna go now. Bye.
Yeah.
And we went to the second bar, and then the second bar was actually really cool. It was just this is how you know it's a cool place. It's like so small. Like there's no walking space. It's literally just like chairs right here, and there's like literally
a bar,
no, they're not even there's no like there. You don't pull a chair. That you can't pull the chair there. The chair's stuck there. Like it's so small that you literally like sitting compact there. But the dude kind of has like an artistic look. He has smoking a cigarette and he's just chilling. And then we're like, and then we saw two. I don't think they were a couple, but like a guy and a girl, or a Chinese girl and an Australian guy, just chilling at the other side. So we decided to come in and take there was only 5 seats. They took 2. We took the other 3, and we're just like, and these are the really cool ones where you're just like. we literally sat there, had 4 drinks, just talking with the bartender. You kind of have to be careful with this when it's Japanese bartenders. They're either just want to get you out like the first ones.
Yeah.
But we were just chilling, just like he was teaching us a little bit of Japanese, and we were talking.
He spoke English.
Yeah,
too?
spoke a little bit.
Okay.
But I think that's the fun in it when you're like the translation's a little bit off, and we're just trying to laugh, and you just get more drinks than you.
For sure.
Yeah, and we were talking with the other couple. It was just a good time, and then Chip kept saying. Chip was like, we were drunk at this point. Chip kept saying to the guy, he had made this point to like after this to every single bar, is that he kept saying this phrase in Japanese to the guy, and then he would point at me. The guy would look at me and start laughing.
Wait, what was it? What was he saying?
He was like, I don't remember the exact phrase, but
what was the translation?
The translation was, by the way, I want you to know my friend here likes ladyboys. The dude just.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Look, he just looked at me straight in my eyes and was like, I mean, dude, whatever you want, man.
And you're just sitting there like, hi.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, why is he laughing at me? And then I finally told me, I was like, oh my fucking god. And then, but yeah, like that was a thing.
Did he like? Do you think he knew how to say that, or do you think he learned that for the trip? Like he
knew how to say that.
Oh,
he knew how to say that. I
didn't know if he like knew everyone was going, so he like prepared all these like weird statements he could just say to people or what.
He definitely knew. Also, like my memory of this place is kind of blurry just because we drank a lot. I think for every bar we had, we were like 4 drinks or 5 drinks deep, and then we managed to get the 2 other people. He was like, Chip was like, he told the Australian guy, I think it was Australian. He took the Australian guy. He's like, look, this means that the bartender did a good job. Look at him in the eyes, and he told him the same phrase. He basically said, like in Japanese, look him in the eyes and say that I like lady boys.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. So he like reverse Uno carded the Japanese guy because he didn't know what that meant in English, right?
He told the Australian guy to say it in Japanese to him, saying that it means like you did a good job.
I see. Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, the bar was really chill. I think there's something about having that really like small space. I do miss that about Asia, was that like the restaurants and the bars are just really small and you're intimate. You kind of have to rub shoulders with other people and like talk to other people, which is really cool. Another thing was that have you ever I don't think you've ever experienced this before. When you go to Asia, you'll notice that there's certain bathrooms that are just straight up squatters.
Yeah, I've never seen that or even heard of that being a thing before.
So it's a squatter is literally
you just walk in. There's like a floor, and you just shit on the floor.
Yeah, what? There's no toilet.
Ew.
There's literally
sorry, but like I don't think I could do that.
There's no toilet. It's literally just a porcelain hole.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that's how the Romans did it. But
Yeah,
I didn't know people still did it like that.
No, it's just a porcelain hole.
I didn't know people still did it.
And this place was so small, like you could even if you tried to shit, there was like just no room.
Oh my god,
so, like, tiny.
It was made for somebody like 3/4
Dude,
your size.
just to okay. If you're not watching this, your coffee table, take half of this coffee table.
Oh my god! So your aim's got to be pretty good too.
Yeah, dude. I was
if
like,
if you miss, then like what are you supposed to do? Just like kick it in?
Yeah, like it was so tiny. Anyways, we left the bar. We left the second bar, and then we went to the third one, and we're like, our buddy likes Chip loves orange juice.
Yeah.
And we were walking down the aisle, and we saw a place that said that its bar's name was Bar Orange. And we're like, we gotta fucking go there.
We gotta go. Yeah.
And then Chip was like, we were about to go, and he looked over. He's like, no, we're going there. And I was like, the karaoke bar? He was like, no. He's like, no, it's not a karaoke bar. Look at it. It says Blue Dragon. I was like, it's blue.
His favorite color is blue.
And then so we went up, and we realized the karaoke bar and the Blue Dragon bar was the same thing.
Oh hell yeah, let's go.
And the karaoke bar, but we're expecting like karaoke being like in Asia, you're just like it's an individual room and you're just like no, I mean it kind of was. The bar was like 7 seats and you just sang karaoke in the bar.
Oh,
so we went up and then there's this like this party of people from like Texas singing like drunkily and then we're like and we're sitting there, and I have a video of it. of like I took a video of. By the way, there was just a lot of random gin there. I don't know why, but like gin is like a big thing in Japan. I don't know why.
That's cool. Yeah, I've had Japanese gin. It's really good.
Yeah,
It's really, really good.
And then I took a video of like Chip and Michaela like hearing them. I think they were trying to sing that one Paramore song. Still into you, Into You. It's like a fast part.
Yeah.
And then like they didn't have the voice on to help them sing, so they're going like still into you.
Yeah, it's like jumble.
Yeah. And then like you can see Michaela's face just like, I need more alcohol. I cannot deal with this. And then right after they got done, Chip was like, give it to me. And then I was like, oh, he's gonna sing, and he put in like he put in a whole new world and threw me a mic, and I was like,
oh my god, that was my second guess. My top 3 guesses for random ass shit that you guys are sing at karaoke is that one from Mulan. What's that one?
Reflections.
The one with
I'll make a man out of you.
I'll make a man out of you. That was my number 1. Boys to Men would be my second one that I would guess you guys would sing.
Dude, actually,
you guys sang it, huh?
Yeah, so
you guys
it was
definitely saying Boys.
We did a whole new world, and then out of nowhere, again, I never picked my own songs. We were just drinking.
He put Boys to Men on.
He put
mic or what?
He picked I'll Make Love to You from Boys to Men, and then threw me the mic, and he wasn't singing with me, and I was like, bro, I haven't heard this song in years. How the fuck am I gonna sing?
That's like a Chip move. That's a classic Chip move.
Yeah,
throw Boys to Men on and give the mic to somebody and be like, all right, you have fun.
I was like, bro. Anyways,
just any like R&B is like my second guess.
Yeah.
I'll make him. Sorry, and then Aladdin or some shit like that would be my third guess. Like anything.
Yeah. Anyways,
yep.
That was the karaoke thing, and then we were drunk. We were like hammered to shit. And
sorry.
We were like, okay, we got it. All the bars close at like 4 or 5 a.m. Not like 2 here. There's no like close time, so like they would close at like 3 to 5.
Yeah.
Around like 3 a.m. we got out. We're like, oh fuck, we gotta go. And then we got in the taxi and got back to our area, and we're like, oh shit, the massages, fuck.
Oh my god,
and
you guys had to do them?
We completely forgot about it. We missed our time. They were about to close.
Oh, okay.
We came back, and I was like, oh shit. And I ended up going to the bathroom, and I yacked like crazy.
Ew.
I was
Well, it happens, but
yeah. I was like out, and I was like, I don't remember. I've drank in the past before like that much, but I was like, what's going on? Why is it like really tough? And then the next day I had like a terrible hangover for like one of the worst hangovers I've had in a while. And I came to, and then I was like, and then we finally I was like, to give you an idea, I was in and out of puking like from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds really bad, actually.
Yeah,
I hate when that shit happens. Like,
yeah. And
it's just continuous and it won't stop. And you're like, I hate that shit.
And then I was like wondering, why the fuck is it so bad? And then, context, we were all like, not sick, but we were all feeling like congested. And then so we bought Japanese Claritin. And we took the Claritin, and then not until like getting over the hangover, Michaela looked it up and was like, hey guys,
can I guess? Can you not drink alcohol with it?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
It apparently like doubles the effects of alcohol. So basically we went from drinking like probably 12 drinks, which is still a lot. Don't do that. Or if you do that responsibly, to probably like what it felt like 20.
Oh my god.
And then we're like dying. Like I haven't felt a hangover like that in a minute.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
I think in regular Claritin it's like that too. No, the Claritin you can buy in America, I think it's like that too.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, just that was like kind of like this note, and basically that was the same day where we had to go to the Ghibli Museum. And then my girlfriend and another friend of ours, Mandy, went out to the Ghibli Museum before us because we're obviously dying. And they're like, all right, remember to leave by 3 because our thing is at 4. And I was like, I was finally I was like kind of getting better. And I looked at my phone. I was like, oh, fuck, it's 3 p.m.
Damn.
And then like we rushed to the Ghibli Museum.
Nice.
Yeah. But,
sorry. I had a question. It seems a little random, but we were talking about like going out and getting food. Did you happen to go to like the McDonald's in Japan? Did you
I
get to try that?
I did.
So
I went on the
what did
last day.
What did they have? Like, what is that like? I guess because every country is different. I guess is what I've heard. So.
I think we went at a time when they weren't doing any specials, which is kind of unfortunate. But they had they had like a teriyaki burger, or they had like a roasted soy sauce burger. That was pretty good.
Okay.
And then I know they ran like a black garlic or a black pepper chicken nuggets.
Oh, that sounds
really
like
cool.
Really good, actually.
They had like a seaweed. They had like little fried chicken that you could shake with seaweed seasoning or whatever seasoning you want, and you could eat that. That was really cool.
That's fun.
And then they have like in Japan they have these things. There's like they have like apparently soda floats is a big thing. So they have soda and then like whatever soda you want, like plum soda, whatever, or melon soda, and then they put soft serve on top.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
That's like everywhere. It's literally everywhere.
That sounds
I don't know
so
why
good.
it's such a thing there.
Dude, root beer floats were like they're still really fire, but I haven't had one in so long.
Yeah,
but like
so
they're really good.
I have Not Your Dad root beer. We could do adult root beer floats.
Oh, we could.
We could do adult root beer floats.
Yeah, dude, we could go get vanilla ice cream too, and just chop it up and make root beer floats for adults.
Oh, fun thing. So that was I think my favorite. So that was just us, me, and we were drinking. But my favorite bars was in Osaka, and those were really cool. We went to an anime bar. Me and Chip were like, the girls wanted to go to their tea dessert thing, and then so we're like, me and Chip,
and the men were like, we gotta go to the
anime bar. So we looked over. Actually, we were like, me and Chip were like, we don't really want to go to this matcha like dessert thing and wait in line. So we looked over and we saw it's literally in like chalkboard writing, like it said anime bar, like super sketch.
Nice.
3rd floor.
Nice.
We walked up, we're expecting this like maid cafe type deal. We're like, oh, like a shitty, like not even like a good maid cafe, like a shitty maid cafe. We walked up and it's like a pristine, nice bar. It is. The bartenders are wearing bow ties and vests, and it's like a clean bar with like wood top marble and like bottles from exotic areas.
So what made it anime then? Like what kind of anime aspects do they have?
There was anime posters, and there was just like high school D&D playing on the back.
Oh, nice.
That was literally
that was it. Wait, I thought they would have like themed drinks or some shit.
No. It was literally that's it.
It was just like, oh, we have some anime posters. Do you want to get drunk? And
yeah. That was basically it. But like it was really cool, like because it was still like a little bit of anime theme, but at the same time, the
There's
drinks,
like a touch of it.
Yeah. The bartender, really cool. He gave me like really good drinks. They were really strong. Motherfucker was trying to get us killed.
Nice.
He was like, it was like.
Well, you guys are probably his best guests that he's had all day.
Yeah.
What time did you guys walk in? Like 3 p.m.
No, we were doing that at like 6 or 7.
That's when like shit gets going though, you know.
Yeah.
5
we
o'clock,
were,
6 o'clock.
Yeah, we were the only 2 people there at first. And because we didn't know, the guy was speaking Japanese, and the menu was in Japanese, so we didn't know what the fuck it was.
So how did you order? Do you still order in English? And
I ordered drinks, but then we decided to play a game where we asked the bartender to pick a number. So we had a little spinning wheel. We asked the bartender to pick a number and then just spin the wheel. And then whatever number the wheel was, would count it from the bar thing and order that drink.
Oh, that's cool.
We didn't know, and we would look at it. We told them like, this is a game. You were picking our drink.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah. I got a nice, beautiful pina colada.
Nice.
That was delicious.
And Chip, what did he get?
We don't know yet, but it was very strong. The guy looked at him. He was like,
"Did you think it was whiskey, or like what do you think it was?"
I think it was shochu, which is like sake, is distilled sake.
Okay.
Which is basically the gin version like of sake. And Chip and he looked at Chip and he was like, "This is a very strong drink." and he was like,
"That's funny."
And he was like, "What do you mean?" But it was like a nice bar that was an anime bar, like to the point where they had fancy gin. Like I had a gin and tonics, and they gave me a tasting of like Kenobi gin and really nice Japanese gin. And I was like, that was kind of weird. It was a weirdly really cool spot. Another place that was really cool. I'll say it really quickly before we have to go on a break. But another place that was really cool was in Osaka. Me, Michaela, and Mandy were just going out, just walking around, trying to find some place to just chill and lounge and drink. We found this random spot that does like that specialized in rum, and like
cool. Nice.
they made tacos. Like
That's cool.
it was just tacos and rum in like one of those small spaces. We were just chilling there, and we're like just looking through the menu. I noticed they have a caipirinha. Do you know what a caipirinha is?
No idea. What
So
is that?
caipirinha is the national drink of Brazil.
Okay.
They had it in Japan.
Nice.
And
That's
it's
cool.
only made with a kind of a type of rum, a version of rum that's called cachaça.
Okay.
That's only made in Brazil. I've never had it before. And I was like, I'll get one caipirinha. This guy, who we found out later because we were there for a while, because when the bartender was cool, we were just chilling with him. He is, on a day-to-day basis, a jeans salesman. Like jeans, like denim jeans. He's a jeans salesman and a bartender by night. And he's just like, that's just my life. He's like, yeah,
cool.
I'm a jeans salesman that also like bartends and makes tacos on the side.
That's so random to sell jeans.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I'm familiar with guys who do like just bartend for fun too.
Yeah.
Like there's one dude I know who like works for in aerospace. He now works for SpaceX, but he still is like, I want to bartend at night. Like,
Yeah.
And I think like bartending is like such an art and it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's like kind of hard to give up, and it's good money too. I've heard so.
So
that makes sense though.
But we've had on that day, Mandy was just going gin and tonics all night, and me and Michaela were just sampling like rums and caipirinhas, and caipirinha just became like a really fucking good drink, to the point where I just ended up buying a bottle of cachaça. So we have a bottle of cachaça here.
You know, I saw that and I was gonna ask you about it, but then we started recording on the podcast, so I was like, all right, whatever.
So
I'll ask him after.
You want to try caipirinha when we game later?
I'll try right now.
We have to make it.
Oh, you have to. I thought you could just drink it.
No, this is caipirinha. This is a cachaça, which is the sugarcane thing. We could try a little bit, but I'll make you a caipirinha later.
Let's just wait till we game later. Then that's cool.
But it's really cool, and it was like such a delicious drink. Like it's so fucking good. And I was like, I gotta get it. Anyways, that was my bar talk from Japan.
Nice.
My nightlife. Let's move on from this topic on break now.
There we go.
So,
actually, would you mind if I actually asked you a question real quick?
I was actually going to ask if you had any questions regarding it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was actually going to, well, since you asked.
But I'm asking you if you have asking questions.
Well, since you asked me asking you.
But I'm asking you now, if you're asking me, that I'm asking, okay, we're going to stop here.
Okay, hold on. I was going to, I think, sorry, what I meant to say was I feel like most people would probably want to hear more about, Tokyo or Disney Sea, and also like what you're wearing the Luigi hat. I wanted to know more about
because I'm
the
fucking
Mario,
Luigi.
The not Nintendo Land. What the fuck?
Yeah,
the Super Mario World. Yeah.
So
that section of the park and like how that was in Japan and like that experience.
So Disney. So okay, well let me start real quick with Disney, and it's because Disney Sea. If you don't know, there's a Disneyland in Tokyo. Disney Sea is basically like the equivalent to California Adventure to Disneyland in Hollywood. If you've been to Disneyland in not Hollywood, in LA, there's a Disneyland and there's a California Adventure.
Yeah,
same concept. There's a Disneyland and there's a Disney Sea. I didn't go to Disneyland because I was just personally, I'm not a big.
You're not a Disneyland guy.
Yeah, I'm not a Disneyland guy. I know you are. You'd probably have a great time there.
Yeah.
I know that the girls went there and they had a fucking blast. They told me they loved it, and apparently the It's a Small World was replaced with or the castle was replaced with a Beauty and Beast ride. That's really cool.
That's cool.
I was like not really too interested. I honestly only went to Disney Sea because they wanted to go, and I was like, fuck it, whatever. I haven't been I went to Disney Sea when I was a kid at like 10 years old, so I was like, fuck it, I'll go again. Disney Sea, what makes it kind of unique is that other than this there's like a couple of rides and a couple of parts that are unique. But for the most part, I think Disney Sea kind of represents a lot of the rides that they don't do anymore in Disneyland.
So what? And when they say Disney Sea, are they literally referring to like the ocean, like Disney Sea, or is it like what does that mean?
Disney Sea, I think, is just a name and title. There is a lot of water there.
Okay.
So their show is actually in the water when they do the like the lights. Or
the
fireworks.
World of Colors.
World of Color. The equivalent of their World of Color is they do it all on boats in the center, and there's a water in the center.
Yeah.
There's basically a giant lake in the center of the park that's part of the ocean. Because I think the sea, I think they built it on the harbor of the sea.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyways.
But I think that's mainly the reason why. But the part of that was also the oldest ride there, which apparently I found out was because Michaela looked it up. Was that it was a ride that used to be in Disneyland, like one of the oldest rides. And they have a section of the park that is dedicated to like a steampunky like
a cyberpunk style or
no like steampunk like water submarine thing. It's like
That's
all
cool.
based off of the book, a book, mind you, not a movie, a book.
What's the book called? Or what is it?
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, I think.
Oh, that's pretty famous. Like I've heard of the name. I've never read it.
Old too. It's about the famous character is like Captain Nemo. It has nothing to do with Disney properties, by the way.
Oh, do they own the rights to it or no?
I don't think they do.
Oh, okay.
Or like they kind of do. It's weird.
Maybe it was just like a one-time thing or something.
But I think the laws are different in Japan, so they kept it. The ride's really cool, by the way.
Yeah.
And they had another ride. Their kind of like claim to fame is their ride, which is Journey to the Center of the Earth. And that was really sick.
Yeah, okay.
It's cool. Basically their version. They also have Indiana Jones, but they have it's kind of like a Indiana Jones, but with like deep sea monsters and stuff.
Oh, that's so cool. Is it still like indie though? Like it's still he's on the ride? Like,
no, it's not. It's not a Indiana Jones one, but it's Journey to Center Earth was another movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're saying that ride is like the equivalent to the.
It's very similar to Indiana Jones.
Okay,
it's very similar style to Indiana Jones, where you're like in this cart and you're
goes,
driving around and you
like
see
around.
all these crazy monsters and stuff. Basically like that.
Gotcha.
Really cool. But that's probably one of my favorite, like number one ride I would recommend anyone going if you're into amusement parks and you go into Japan.
Nice.
Other than that, there was a lot of cool architecture and stuff. Like they had a Little Mermaid area that was for kids, and it was just so cool because it was like you go down this little stairway and everything's underground. It's like all like water themed and sea, so that was really cool. They had an Aladdin area, which was like that looked like just like a whole Arabian Nights type vibe. So it was really cool.
And then tell me about Super Mario World, because you talked about Disney Sea. And then was that even remotely close to like Disney Sea, or was that like off like really far away?
So so I think it's Super Nintendo World, I think.
Oh yeah, that's the name.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No worries. I actually thought it was Super Mario World, and I looked it up.
That's like the name of the video game.
Super
Mario World. Yeah.
But that's in Universal Studios.
Okay.
Osaka.
So you did both parks, and they're not in the same city, right? Like one's in Tokyo, one's in Osaka, and Osaka is
south.
The Mario World.
Yeah, so it's they have Universal Studios, and one of the parts of Universal Studios is their Super Nintendo.
Just
World.
like here. So how was that then? And did you like that more than Tokyo Sea or Disney Sea, or like how did you feel about that?
I personally did, but that's just because I personally like Universal more than Disney. I had a great fucking time in like Super Nintendo World. I obviously bought my
Little Nintendo World.
Little Nintendo World. I bought my
sorry.
I bought my Luigi cap. I got like a bunch of merch. I literally bought so much stuff, and then there was like everything's so cool. There's everything is like there's like a Toad. We ate at the Toad Cafe. We did the Mario Kart stuff. I got the bracelet that allows you to hit coins and stuff.
I actually had a question about the Mario Kart ride, because I heard from a couple people that they made it seem like it was going to be like a really fast ride, like it was like zooming around like physically, like it was quick. Like, but then I heard people got on it was slow. But that was the one here. Like, did you think it was like
it's not
more of a roller coaster, or was it like a sightseeing type ride?
It's not. you've been to Universal Studio, right?
Only for Universal Horror Nights. I've never been there like during the day.
Have you ever rode any of the rides where they have you wear the 3D glasses?
Never. No.
Okay, so they have. It's basically you put on 3D glasses and they don't move you that quick. And the whole idea is not about. It's cool. Mm-hmm. If you're not expecting it to be like Mario Kart racing, you're more like going through this. It's more like a game, and then like a kind of like you're not going slow, but you're going you're going semi-fast, like moving around,
and in between,
and you're shooting items at you at like
it's like an actual game.
Yeah,
like you actually like shoot things and stuff.
Yeah. Like you shoot items, you catch items, and you shoot them. It's cool. I don't think it's like. Honestly, like I think it's a one-time thing.
Okay.
One-time done.
Cool.
I think what's really cool is that they built the line inside of Bowser's Castle and rebuilt Bowser's Castle.
Oh, that is sick. Actually.
So that's the cool part about it, I think, really. And I think they did this whole entire thing where the designs and everything were like, if Mario Kart was like NASCAR racing, they replaced like logos as NASCAR with like Mario themed logos, which was really cool. They had like broadcasting networks as like Mushroom Kingdom broadcasting like nice. That's cool. I think that was sick. And I think to me the cool part about Universal is how dedicated they are to that theming. Same with Disney too, but like the theming of it was like, oh yeah, this is if Mario Kart was NASCAR. Dude. If Toad was an actual chef. Like that was really cool. Also in the Super Nintendo world was just, I don't know. As I feel like you would appreciate it too, but as a kid who grew up on Mario, like it's just so cool seeing everything in like real life to a certain extent.
Yeah, you know, like whenever I hear people talk about it or I think about it, I always think about how like, and obviously this is such a doggo answer, but like I always wish one of my biggest regrets was never being able to do the Pokemon amusement park that they had when I was like 12.
Oh yeah.
They ran it in America for a little bit, but they had like a Rayquaza roller coaster and stuff.
Oh shit.
It was really cool, but I'm always like I always pray that they're gonna like do something like that. I know it won't happen, but that was like my biggest regret was like they do a Nintendo World, so maybe they could do a Pokemon World, but I don't think they would do it.
I wouldn't. I feel like they would probably do like a Pokemon theme thing in Japan at the very least.
I feel like they would want to, but it can't be through Nintendo. It has to be through like the Pokemon company.
Yeah.
And I think they're super like sticklers about that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it sounds like fun. I haven't been to the one here in California, and obviously never been to the one in Osaka. But I'm glad you had a good time with it.
Yeah, Universal. I mean, the Universal also there had a few other parks that they don't have here, I think.
So I guess like because you've had the experience of going to both, I know Tokyo or Disney Sea is supposed to be different than Disneyland, and et cetera, whatever. But like, since you've been to the one in America or California and you've been to the one in Japan, are there like any differences, do you think, or is it all just like the same thing? Because you know, like some people are like, oh, the amusement parks are so much better in Japan.
Or for sure, Universal in Japan's like 3 times better.
In what ways though?
Just in every way.
Like is the food better, or is it just
food's
like
better?
Are people more enthusiastic out there?
Food's better. Like, there's more lands. There's more things to do. They have. This is arguably my thing. I say it's just arguably what I believe, and there's a part of it where it might be like, oh, you're just not here, so you don't get it. But like, dude, merch in Japan, next level.
Yeah.
Merchandise in Japan is just next level. It's cuter, it's cooler, it's more creative. It's not like they don't just slap a logo on a t-shirt and like, oh yeah, you can buy this. Like, no, there's like theming to it. Like
somebody who's actually a fan made that merch.
Yeah. Like one of my favorite ones is I showed it to you. It was the t-shirt where, like I said, they turned all of they had like a bunch of NASCAR like logos and they turned it all into Mario themes. Like so one of them is like, oh, like Bowser's race team, Bomb's oil field, blah blah blah, and like just a bunch of like NASCAR stickers you would see on like a car, but it's on a t-shirt and it's all Mario Kart themed. I was like, dude, that's so creative.
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks nice. Was it a sweater? I forget. Like,
no, it's a t-shirt. It's a t-shirt. And then I was telling you about the Pikmin shirt that I got.
Yeah, I saw the Pikmin one with the pocket.
Yeah. And then like I don't think you would see that in America, where like they actually they're like just carrying the pocket or the buttons, because that's so much more work. but it's so cool, and I think it's so rewarding. And
the quality was like much better too.
Yeah, like it's not like
the durability, like seemed like that shirt was gonna last you like a long time. And the ones at Disney like are good, but like I feel like you machine wash them and they shrink, or like you just have like these little things that you never notice until you walk out of the park, and then you're like, dude, why is this like not as good? And Disney's like pretty universally good with quality, so maybe not as much them, but I'd imagine Universal Studios is more like that.
Yeah, so. I think just one thing in general is going back to what I said before, like with Japan, like when I was earlier in this podcast, like one thing you can kind of tell there was that there's a lot more care. There's less merch. Like there's less shirts.
Quantity.
There's less quantities and types of merch. But it's not logos. There's like actual like
the quality is higher.
Quality's higher. It's not a sticker or like a painting on there. It's literally I forgot the term where they stitch it
embroidered,
and it's embroidered.
Yeah,
it's like stuck on there, which is like impressive. And just the quality of the merchandise is just there's so much more thought into it. Japanese streetwear, there was like a Harajuku, which is like the streetwear fashion brand area.
Okay.
There you literally see like just more unique stuff, more interesting stuff, and it's just like I think there's a aspect of that where it's just again like not just a money grab. There's a pride in it where like there's obviously places that have a pride in it, but like here in America, but I feel like those are smaller brands that are just doing interesting stuff. I feel like there's like kind of a fault now where you'll see just like shirt, and obviously everyone needs one logo shirt, but like you'll go to like a store and it's like American Outfitter or like Calvin Klein. It's just like Calvin Klein on the t-shirt,
just
like
the name,
just the name, and there's like different colors, and each one of them are like more expensive than the last. It's like you don't really see that. You see more creativity in it, which is one thing I appreciate a lot when I was there. But yeah, no, I just I didn't want to make this my trip to Japan podcast episode.
No, you're good. I mean, like I'm sick, so whatever,
but it was just I had a great time, and I think a few tips if you're going to Japan. I only spent a day in Kyoto. Spend more time in Kyoto. It is really great place to go to. I personally would recommend if you're wanting to try good food, or like not good food. I shouldn't say that. Like fancy food or expensive food, places that you might need a reservation, like omakase sushi, yakiniku, which is like the Korean barbecue but fancy Japanese beef. Reserve it ahead of time.
Like before you get on the plane and go.
Yes. Okay. And you should probably, if you can't do it through Google, call your hotel or your Airbnb to do it for you. Because I don't know what the fuck happened, but I tried to reserve this one sushi place for weeks. Tell me, weeks.
Can you email them? Or
no, you can't. I tried emailing them. In order to reserve through them, you need a Japanese phone number, a Japanese name.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay. I literally translated my name into katakana and then tried to put it in.
It would be like, well, you can't. They don't have J really, so it'd be like you could jorudan.
Jorudan. Yeah. They didn't take it. And then
Jorudan, and then you literally can't do your last name. It would be au. Like literally it's au. Yeah. 2 letters.
So we had to ask our Airbnb person to reserve it for us. And it's just like, things like that. I think some things to keep in mind, some things I personally wish that we had that they do is obviously this is the convenience of having a train every fucking where.
Oh, I think we could say convenience store like 7-Eleven.
Also convenience stores.
Because we didn't even talk about 7-Eleven
or
anything.
Convenience.
Like
okay. I'm gonna get into this real quick.
How much time do we have left?
We're good. We're good. 10 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Let me say this. Low key, one of the best meals I had in Japan. Fucking the refrigerator egg sandwich from 7-Eleven. Low key, nice. So fire.
Is it like prepackaged so where you could just take it off and you literally eat it?
You literally
that's it, boom,
and then just there. It's so good. It's like the bread is just soft and pillowy. There's no crust. It's just egg salad, and it's like,
dude, the Japanese sweetbreads and stuff, like the bakeries over there, I bet are like insanely high quality.
Yeah, one thing. So okay, one thing that I didn't expect, which is kind of hilarious. There's like no vegetables and fruits in the meals there.
Huh?
Like when
that's not well. That's actually kind of a negative, isn't it?
Yeah,
like, I would say
weird.
Like it's bad.
Yeah. We didn't realize this. Apparently Chip knew, but like we didn't realize this. We were going out to eat, and we're like, by the 4th day, we're like, we haven't had vegetables that much in this whole entire thing.
Yeah.
And we're like wondering why. And then we asked Chip about it because he used to live there. He's like, oh, like people go out to eat like not that much. Oh. And it's like it's kind of like a treat for them.
So they want to like spoil themselves and not waste the room in their stomach.
Or if they do eat out, there's a lot of the food is like drinking food.
Yeah.
Like okonomiyaki, by the way, had it like fresh in front of you. It's so great. But I could tell a lot of it's greasy fried stuff where you want to eat and drink for it. There's like drinking.
That sounds heavenly, by the way.
Yeah,
I've been like in a hardcore I've been on my like little sprints of like I'm working out every day and eating better, and like the one thing I miss is like greasy fucking quesadillas.
Yeah.
Fucking all that shit. That sounds so good.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, it's all like a lot of greasy
it's a lot of greasy, fatty foods, and it's like, and fruit is like a gifting thing, so it's like super expensive, and so we're like. We started wondering. I was like, damn, I haven't eaten vegetables in a minute. And we're like actively looking for vegetables. The only place that really gives it to you was in Kyoto because they're known for it, for how they and then the second place was in Shabu Shabu, which is it's hot pot. They give you vegetables to cook. But other than that, I really don't think, other than like cabbage on the side of a plate, there wasn't really vegetables to eat.
Nice.
Which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is. Cabbage isn't even that filling either. It's just like water.
It's literally just like 80% water. And it's like...
Yeah, water and a little bit of fiber.
Yeah, it's anyways, just like, you know, I highly recommend right now going to Japan. You know, I say this to you. I also say this to everyone.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like, okay, low-key, this is not good for Japan, but this is really good for you. The dollar is really great right now. Back when I was like just 3 or 4 years ago, it was like 100 yen to $1.
So, which is actually pretty like even, right?
Which is pretty even, which is, you know, still pretty advantageous for us, but not like crazy. I think now it's like 30% less.
Oh, damn.
So it's like I think 100 yen is roughly like
$1.60.
It's like 100 yen is 60 cents.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's how it would work. Sorry, my brain did it backwards. Yeah. So like if you put in $1, you could be getting like 160 yen.
160 yen, yeah.
That's really good. Or
140.
140.
Yeah. Roughly around there. It's like either it's between 130 140.
Yeah, whatever numbers. But yeah, it's around 140.
Yeah.
But
so
that's still really good.
That's the lot. So like to give you an idea, one of the things I bought was like, I think it was 500. I think original price was around 550 yen. And because right now they're trying to build up tourism because they need to rebuild their economy. So they're trying to get people to buy more stuff. So they're doing a lot of like things if you go in a group where they're like, oh yeah, if your group buys a bunch of stuff, we'll give you a group discount on these different things.
Nice.
So on top of that, you also have tax free because you have your passport. They take out 10% for tax. And one thing's really nice there is that tax is included in the price.
Oh, I see.
So you're not surprised when you purchase something. That tax is included when they have it on the price tag.
Nice. That's actually really good. Like I wish things were like that over here.
Yeah. So
like, legit.
I completely forgot about that, but it was so cool. So like when you look at something, you know exactly what you're paying. And when they do tax free, you also feel good because they're cutting the cost again. And then because they're trying to increase tourism, a lot of places are doing discounts on combo purchases. So then you get another 5 to 10% off. So everything I purchased was like 20% off on top of the fact that it's also really good for the dollar.
So you're basically getting a discount there too.
Which is like another 20% off. So basically everything you purchase was like more
30-40% off.
Was 30 to 40% off.
Nice.
Which is like kind of insane because I was doing I'm not going to reveal the amount, but like I was looking at the haul and I was like, damn, if I went like years ago instead of now, dude, the amount of money difference would be like
actually
the haul would be like 30 or 40% less probably.
It would be a lot of money. It would be so much money.
Yeah.
But like that's the really nice thing is that in my head, because I'm used to that, I was still calculating everything by 10.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I come back and when I was like pricing stuff out, I was like, oh, I saved money. It's great, you know?
Yeah.
But I think that's but yeah, you know. Anyways, any other questions about Japan or anything?
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I really got. I mean, like, these are all questions I didn't ask when we were hanging out, too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool to hear about it.
Yeah. Well, altogether, we're going to sign off in a little bit, but wish Riley to get better.
Oh, yeah.
If he's not,
it's really not that bad.
If he's not better by the time you're watching this,
yeah.
he's probably in the hospital.
No, yeah. I mean, it sounds worse than it is. It's just like mucus buildup and shit like that. But
yeah,
I was way worse like 3 days ago. I couldn't get out of
bed.
Dude,
so. You were fucked.
I DoorDashed like everything because I was like, I literally like didn't get out of bed till like 1 p.m. on last Thursday.
Yeah.
Today's Sunday. So like 3 days ago. But
yeah,
I'm all better now. I'm getting a tattoo as well right now. So on the next podcast episode, I'm gonna have a new tat. So
yeah, show us that. That'd
you
be
totally
sick.
You totally expect me to be in a t-shirt next time, not in a hoodie.
All
so
right.
I could like flex
it's also
that
like
shit.
it's also like almost summer soon too.
Oh yeah. And dude, like I've been like legit hitting the weights like pretty hard recently. Like chest 2 to 3 times a week, hitting biceps, back and buys like in combination and stuff.
Yeah, I got to get back into that. I've been trying to deal with the jet lag, and I've been just getting back into slowly leaning back into jogging. Dude, the first day jogging after it sucked ass.
Dude, on the opposite, I have been walking on an incline every single day and increasing the intensity, and then also including jogging in that on the treadmill. And I went on a jog on your route actually down to the Balboa Park. And I was like, I did 2 times back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, what is that, 2 miles or something? Or is that 1.5 miles? What is it?
From here to Balboa and back?
And then again.
That's 5.
Yeah, so I did 5 miles, and I was like actually good. Like I was chilling. So like I totally get where you're coming from though. Like if you don't do it for a while, you hate yourself the first like 2 weeks. So.
Yeah. No, actually, like I did it. I think it was maybe because I was also jet lagged. It took a day. I mean, I jog all the time. You know this. I jog like nearly every day.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't affect me as much. But the first day sucked ass. And then the second day, I was like, all right, I felt good about it. But it's also like I'm jet lagged. I'm tired at all times right now, dude. Everything's weird. I didn't sleep. I slept at like fucking 8 a.m. Today. Why?
Wait, were you up till 8 and then you went to bed at 8 a.m.?
Yes.
And then you just woke up at like the time that we're supposed to record or like shortly before?
I woke up at like 10.
Oh, so you only got 2 hours of sleep?
Just somewhere, yeah.
Dude. Well, you already know what Jordan's going to be doing after this episode. But.
Yeah. Anyways, tags.
Oh, yeah, let's plug it in. So most importantly, go follow EXP Fitness. Like we had mentioned before, we're actually doing a shit ton of stuff on the back end right now. So you'll still see some content being pumped out there. Especially now, as soon as this episode airs, you'll probably see even more. But been doing a lot of work with like partnering up with cosplayers, and soon Twitch streamers is like kind of what is on my mind for partnering and stuff. So go to gainexpfitness.com to get a character inspired fitness program based on your favorite anime, gaming, and superhero character, and a trainer if that's your thing and what you actually should and need to be getting. But go there, check it out. Check out Gaining XP Fitness on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch as well.
Yeah.
And then you can go first, Jordan. Go for it.
My stuff is Giorgio _EXP, Giorgio Cooks, EXP for food related content, just cooking food and like anime and gaming food stuff. I'm thinking about, broadening a little bit into just general cooking stuff. A little bit, not too much. I think the shorts will be, but I'm going to keep my main videos on just like cooking like that, but on cooking from food and anime. So if that's your thing, go follow that. Also, I'm getting a quick rebrand soon. My artist got back to me and said she's ready to.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
let's go.
Super excited for that.
Dude, that's been a work in progress for like over a year.
Well, okay. That's because...
I mean, I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying like, it's been a while
since
we've got an update
the
on
first
that.
artist was kind of was kind of fucky,
wishy-washy
and fucky. But this person is professional and does amazing work. I showed you her stuff, and maybe and perhaps I'll talk to her about doing something for merch later.
Oh hell yeah!
But go do your things.
Oh yeah, I'm Doggo, and you could tag me on Doggo_EXP on a lot of things. Honestly, I took a little bit of break from my own content to work on the business, and I think that will be a thing that continues. Is like less content from my side of things, more on the Gain EXP Fitness.
Yes, same.
But I mean, like you'll still see me live stream every once in a while. Did it it really pops in randomly. Like I did last Sunday, just random. I decided to do it because I was just in a good mood. But I've been streaming like Have a Nice Death, which you introduced to me. Really good. I plan on speed running that soon.
We gotta do our Pokemon Soul Link.
Oh yeah, and we're soul linking still. So we got a lot of good stuff going on at Doggo EXP and over at George Cooks EXP. Yeah, most importantly, go to gainexpfitness.com, and thanks for everyone that tuned in. And we look forward to seeing you on the next episode too.
Yeah, we're planning to get more partners and friends on here too. So.
Oh yeah, if you're a cosplayer, hit us up. We're partnering with cosplayers and Twitch streamers. So ping us.
Deuces.
Bye bye.